Hey love, in this video I'm going to bring some dots together. If you have been following my channel, I often reference the 0 point. 0 point could be also a non-dual state of being, and it is a place where if you fall into that, if you practice anchoring and meditation into 0 point, you may experience complete fulfillment within yourself and sublime peace that is called nirvana. However, we exist in reality of other people and objects. So when you're interfacing this reality of other people and objects and you're playing relationships with objects, with people, with concepts, if you're anchored in the 0 point, you will have now a weirdness, like another duality is formed. Like you're here and they're here, and you're having, like you're flirting with someone, you're talking with someone, you're doing business with someone, you're chatting, but at the same time you know that you're talking to yourself, like because you can see the subtle void and that there's just consciousness there. However, now you might be playing with the other and you might be debating, play fighting, you might be flirting, you might be joking, you might be teasing them, they might be teasing you, you might be doing all kind of things that we do in this archetypal theater. So different archetypes stimulate the correspondence and juxtapositions, and this is how relationships arise. So both are real, because the illusion, the simulation, the reality construct that you're experiencing is a construct, is a simulation, is Maya, but you're really experiencing that. And the relation that you experience with apparently the other, you're relating to yourself through the illusion of the first person and the other. And life is interesting. Like, bro, life is fun in so many ways and complex in so many ways. So through these relationships, you will grow. You will get archetypal stimuli that may cause passion, or sometimes this passion can be chaotic and we call it anxiety. You will have impressions through the interaction with the other. They will evolve you. So the 0 point is safe. It's a safe haven. Because even if you're integrating your impressions, even if you're integrating your passions or anxieties, which are the same, it's just your life force being impressed, and then it's trying to configure, give you the wisdom of those impressions. And if you come into this safe haven of touching upon the inner self, you may feel that in the chaos of relationships, that in the chaos of your internal psyche reworking itself, you're also just there, you relax, and then the commotion, the anxiety, the denseness, it is not something that you cannot handle. You just simply relax and everything harmonizes. So it's a beautiful tool. It's the one tool, like the 0 point is the one tool that you need for life. If you learn 0 point anchoring, you will be handling everything with grace and ease and effortlessness. And however, you handling things with ease and grace and effortless, and manifesting from an effortless place, working from an effortless place, relating to people from an effortless place, might not mean that these relationships are not going to be intense. I can give you an example, like maybe we can do some play fighting, we can do some sparring, we can do some martial arts, we can do some dojo arts, we can do some wrestling, okay? And the Taoist approach, the 0-point approach to like Kung Fu, sparring, or wrestling is stay centered. Don't try to win, because then you will exert yourself into ego, and then the equilibrium will tilt back and then you will lose. However, you're gonna show up and we're gonna wrestle and it's gonna be full intensity. We're gonna make love and it's gonna be full intensity. It's gonna be like, but you're trying to keep it balanced by also opening the spaciousness of the effortless field, and then also going fully into your fingers, touching, licking, smelling, going fully into your toes, grounding, and being here embodied to the fullest. So it's a balance. It's balance. It's what allows you to be here to play the game, to be playful in life. Not get swallowed by life, not get swallowed by your own mind or emotions or emotional fluctuations, anxieties, whatever. You're not being swallowed by the circumstances of your external reality. Therefore, you can manifest. So, in the previous video, I've been saying if you're manifesting something, a partner, a money, a career, a friendship, an experience, there's no money, there's no lover, there's no client, there's no partners. Like when you're manifesting, all of these are you. You're imagining your subconscious to become these bananas, carrots, cactuses, monies, peoples, and you are now creating something really important. From the one that observes, from the one that experiences, from the one that imagines, which is Shiva, the pure consciousness, you are creating the other. Your lover, your twin flame, your subconscious becomes, it shapes itself into the visual appearance of your projection. Your perfect spouse, your $1 million. So in this place of creation, you're in the womb, you're in the empty space of creation, and this womb, this subconscious becomes, it births the image of whatever you're creating. And you're also creating the relationship to that cactus, to that carrot, to that money, to that person or individual. So now you're inscribing duality, because now you're directing the movie that can only exist within duality. You need to have the co-actor. Or maybe it's the object of your desire, therefore that's a prop. So if it's a banana, it's a prop because it's inanimate. If it's your $1 million, it's a prop because you animate it. But if it is a person, a friend, a spouse, they're going to be animate. They're not going to be inanimate. But how you animate them? They're going to show up in this way because they are your subconscious. So now you're imagining a relationship, and you may have karma or previous memory which have stored that your relationship to this person or that person is like this or that. So previously, like in my memory that I have stored, I played with someone and maybe we liked each other or we didn't like each other, or we had an argument, or we had fun time eating cookies. So I will store that, and there will be subconscious memory that's going to reproject that feedback loop, so the relationship is going to be picked up from there. However, I can go to 0 point and I can rethink the relationship that I have to the members of my family, to my bank account, to all these things, a world of million things, a world of million relationships. And now you're recreating that dual state of how your banana shows up, how your money shows up, how your friends show up. Because in the 0 point, you're free from karma, you're not your memory. Your memory informs your first person, because you're on automation bot, so your subconscious runs your ego. So the ego is the puppet of your subconscious mind, and the subconscious mind is memory. When you rethink how you relate to your banana, your money, this guy, that girl, you may reinterpret that because you're only relating to your subconscious, assuming the image of that guy, that girl, this cactus, that banana, okay? And if you start to love and feel effortless playfulness, this I will suggest. You want your $1 million and you make it a like awfully complicated endeavor. Well, how about you just reset that memory and you start imagining that to be here and it's effortless playfulness. And you have an argument or dispute with your friend or colleague or business partner and it's not resolved. Or how about you imagine it being already resolved in the now, and that co-creative relationship with that animate projection of your subconscious that's going to come through your business partner, your spouse, your children, whoever, you imagine that to be one of health, wealth, opportunity, effortless playfulness. And this is where you are the creator. So on the surface, when interactions are already flowing, you can't influence other people or monies, because the simulation will already be doing automatically what you have imagined previously. You see, your ego is the puppet of your memory, and the automation is manifesting something that was inscripted before. But being able to touch upon 0 point, you can also become the void. And yeah, disassociate from the first person immersion, where you actually experience real emotions, real thought projections in relationship to others, or in relationship to objects of your desire, or whatever. Like I need to sometimes like I was washing this window behind me, so I can imagine it being washed. Somebody else then might pick up that program and wash it, where I did not have to do it. And many times in co-creation, things work like that. Some things are just, they find a way to you because other people were having fun doing that from their own free will, and they created this YouTube video where they explain something that you wanted to know, or somebody came and like did this and you need that to be done because you wanted that to be done. So this is the effortless way. You can partake, and it's a co-creation, and whenever you feel the playful alignment, you do something, and then you trust that everything else is going to come and fall into its place, and you only do 10% of life. Nature does 90% of it. It manifests itself, and everything around you is growing. So truly, your organization of life and relationship to things and people can be effortless if you allow them. If you tilt too much into the first person immersion with its thought projection, emotional reactions, and then task lists, to-do lists of everything that you need to do, you might get a burnout because you will try to manage everything from the first person, and that's not playing. That's really enslaving yourself in this front end, like you getting lost in Maya. So we don't want that. We don't want to get lost in Maya. We want to allow the Maya to dance, and we dance with it, become the supreme enjoyer. Yeah, makes sense? Hope that helps.